hopefully we get everything straightened out. I mean, I was listening to a little bit of last week's and it seemed to be working out pretty good. So
Yeah, it seemed to be fine. Obviously, I wish I can get the audio better, but I think eventually when we switch over to something else to record audio or record it, I can fix it again like I used to do before.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to do this because it's done.
Yeah.
I just have to like change the thumbnail and then it's donezo, you know. But if I can I was working on doing audio stuff last week, but it just took so long because my computer died a while back, so I got a new one. It's just not as good.
Yeah.
But if we use Discord or something, it's straight audio. I can just use that, and it's easier to edit. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ticket Stubs podcast. I call it the Redux edition of the podcast.
I like the Redux. I like that.
Only because it sounds cool, and you know what? It kind of is the Redux because we stopped doing it for so long.
Yeah, we were on like a 2.5 year hiatus.
You know, and like of course with other names we've had for other podcasts, but you know, I'll call it the Ticket Stubs Redux because even though we did 33 back to back and then we stopped for a little bit, but if you guys don't know, this is movie chat. Two friends get together every week and talk about movies and TV and stuff like that. It's pretty chill, pretty relaxed. It's not.
Oh no. Oh no. Fuck.
I froze on you real hard there.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought it might have been me. I don't know.
No, my thing's been freezing for a hot minute every now and then. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that too much. But every now and then I've been seeing my screen like jack up. So, but we start out every podcast again. If those of you who don't know, Zach just got off of work, and it's early in the morning. It's afternoon, I guess 11:20ish on a Saturday. Yeah, on a Saturday. I got up at like 8 o'clock so I could install.
Oh fuck!
It's just killing me, man. This lag is killing me,
dude, man. I just keep thinking every time it happens, I'm like, fuck, is he gonna drop?
Seriously, I know this. My girlfriend's downstairs playing Fallout.
Oh yeah,
but that shouldn't matter because it's not an online game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the issue would be, and I'm not torrenting anything, or no, I never would do that.
Never.
I would never
I've never done that in my entire life. I don't know. Yeah. What is a torrent?
So I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I feel like it's gonna keep doing it. But we'll just push it. We'll just push ahead and see. Hopefully it turns out better. But
hopefully it ends up working out all right.
But we start every week, every episode pretty simple. What we've been checking out, what we've been watching every week. So Zach, start you off, man. What you been watching, if anything? You playing anything? You reading anything cool? You checking anything out?
So I've been playing a little bit, but I watched 3 movies this week. This is a big animation week for me, which is weird because I watch anime and shows and stuff like that, but I don't watch films as much. But this was a big week for me, so I started off. I watched Mirai, which is the new movie from the guy who made Wolf Children and The Boy and His Beast, or something like that. But it was a really, really nice looking movie. I like the story of it all centered around this kid who ended up he gets a new baby sister, and it's all about him coming to terms with the fact that there's new people in the family and learning from there's a time travel alternate. I wouldn't say alternate. It's mostly time travel aspect to it of him meeting his grandpa from back in the day, and it's just it's a really heartwarming story. It's very much in the I don't want to say Studio Ghibli because I don't think he's ever been associated with them, but very much in that Wolf Children I mean, it's got a good message and it really pulls on your heartstrings. It made me really happy to see this movie in a theater. I've never actually watched an anime movie in a theater before, and it was completely different. Seeing an anime movie in the theater, they look fucking gorgeous.
Right.
And the shots were amazing. Yeah, if you get a chance to, I would definitely try to check it out.
Yeah, I've never watched an anime movie in theater either. I think I was gonna go see something, but I never did.
Yeah, this is the first time I'd ever done it, and it's a completely different experience. I mean, it's the same thing as like watching a movie in the theater. I just never thought how much better like an anime, like a specifically like an anime movie looks like on the big screen, like the way it was intended to look. Like it looks amazing.
I feel like too. I
Working on it, guys. We're getting through it.
I would just for me personally. Oh, my thing loaded real hard there.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I would be too busy looking at the subtitles if it's not
Oh,
dubbed.
it was dubbed, so that made it easier.
Okay,
Yeah.
it makes it easier. Yeah, because I feel like if it was subbed, I would be like, okay, cool. Like I'm not even looking at the because I find myself looking at the text more than I am looking at the
Yeah.
at the
I think that helped.
animation.
Yeah, I think that helped a lot with this. Like, because normally I'm a big fan of like watching anime dub, but I think when you're watching it in a theater like that, and like specifically just to see like how good it looks, I think watching it dubbed like just really helps with the overall. It allows you to be able to just like focus on the movie and not focus on like trying to figure out what they're saying.
Right.
And yeah, no, it was so good, such a good movie. But yeah, Mirai. I can't remember the director's name, but it's the same guy who did Wolf Children and some other stuff. Then after
Sweet.
that, I watched a Netflix movie. Well, it's not a Netflix movie, but it was on Netflix. It was by somebody who used to work for Studio Ghibli. It's called Mary and the Witch's Flower, and
Okay.
it very much looks like it looks like a Ghibli film, even though it's not. But it's by the new studio. It's called Studio Ponok or something like that. It's like Ponoc, but it's basically in the same realm of like I would put it in the same realm of like Howl's Moving Castle and like Spirited Away, where it's like it takes place in like a modern setting, but there's fantasy elements to it. So the whole point is that there's this girl, and she ends up finding a flower in a forest, and she ends up also finding like a broom that was like stuck in a tree. She ends up squishing the flower into her hands, and it like gives her the witch's powers for a day. And she ends up like going to this witch's college. It's like up in the sky and everything. And basically, she figures out that the professors there aren't like all they're cracked up to be. They're a little bit shady. But it's another one where it's like, I mean, it's from a employee of Ghibli, so I mean, it looks really good. There wasn't. I was trying to think about it, but there's not really like a lot of like weird fantasy creatures. Like you think of Spirited Away or like House and stuff like that, and it's like a bunch of weird looking creatures. There was a little bit of that in the beginning, and they make like a returning appearance later in the thing. But as far as creatures are concerned, it's not too many fantasy. Like there's a lot of it. They actually animated like a lot of real animals. I guess there was a little bit of fantasy for a little bit because one of the professors is like a doctor and he performs experiments. So I guess he takes those real animals and does like some weird like transmogrifying stuff to them, so they look a little bit more fantasy. But then they end up turning back into real animals. But yeah, another gorgeous looking movie. And I didn't like the story as much as Mirai, but I mean it was a solid watch, and it wasn't that long either. It was like an hour 40 or something like that. So not too bad. Good kid.
Yeah, it looks pretty Ghibli like.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I was reading up on the guy who directed it, and basically he'd been a key animator for Ghibli for like ever. And so I'm sure
it says he started as doing in betweens for Mononoke. So yeah.
But yeah, definitely like heavily influenced by like Ghibli, for sure.
And he did key animations for Spirited Away, yeah. So, and then he did key animations for Howls, and then key animation for Ponyo, which I thought sucked.
I never watched Ponyo.
I didn't finish it. That was so bad that I had to stop watching it. Yeah, and he said he directed the Secret World of Arietti, which I never watched. That's the one
he did. Yeah, the Arietti. I haven't watched that one. It reminded me of Isn't there another one where it was like a kids book series where it was like the Secret Life of Tim's or something
Oh,
like
you're talking about the book series where the two siblings go into their treehouse and go back in history?
that? I think so, yeah.
I'm just, I don't think that's it. I'm just thinking of a popular book series
I mean,
about
that sounds
treehouse.
like a popular.
What is it? What is it called? What is that book series called?
Oh my
Treehouse
god. I used to have like
Kids
a
Book History.
it's like a
Oh God, what is it called?
secret history of
Magic Treehouse. Of course, it's called Magic Treehouse. Duh. Of course, it's called that. Why
There's
wouldn't it
another
be
one
called
where it was
Magic
like
Treehouse?
where it was like it was either there were siblings or it was like a kid and his cousin or something like that. And it's like a secret world of fairies or something like that, but all the
Oh,
fairies look
Artemis Fowl.
kind of gross looking.
Not Artemis Fowl.
Not Artemis Fowl. Different from
Okay.
Artemis Fowl. I never read Artemis Fowl.
I read the
series.
I read the
Can't read
first one as a kid and didn't understand that there was supposed to be like magic in it. I was like, I don't understand this. This is not
Artemis
good
Fowl?
to me. Yeah.
I've never watched that. Or not watched it. I've never read that.
Well, it's coming out soon, the movie.
I know. I tried to read one when I was a kid because I remember I got it like a book fair or something like that. And I tried to read it and I was like 2 chapters in and I was like, I'm fucking bored by this. I can't read this.
Right. I might check that out though. The movie you're talking about. What was it called again?
I can't remember. It wasn't a movie. It was a book series.
No, the Ghibli one.
Oh.
What's it called? No, the studio. What's it called? Mary and the whatever?
Oh, Mary and the Witch's Flower.
I might check that out at some point.
Yeah, I definitely would. It's a good watch and it's super quick. And he's got a new like series of like short films coming out in like the next year or something like that that like also look pretty good.
Let me ask you this, Zach.
Yeah.
Unrelated to anime.
Okay.
Do you have any desire at all to watch Mortal Engines?
No. Not really.
I'm the opposite.
I kind of did when I saw.
I have every desire to see it.
You have every desire?
Because they reeled me in when they said that it's produced by Peter Jackson.
See, that's what got me at first. But then I saw that it was just produced, and I was like, oh, he didn't really have that much to do with it then besides, like, getting the funding for it. And, like, maybe a little bit of, like, the world design, maybe? I don't know. I just don't know. It's weird when stuff is produced by a certain producer because you just don't know how much of an influence they decided to take. Like one of our news stories later on will be another like perfect example of like it being produced by somebody that I really, really like. But I don't know if that necessarily translates to me like really liking the movie, if you know what I'm saying.
But
yeah, you're coming back.
Okay. Yeah, my thing started loading slow again. No, I think it looks pretty cool, man.
I mean, I might try it out. I watched. This leads me to my third movie though. Was I watched a new animated movie that came out, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I fucking love this movie. This movie what?
Yeah, I was planning to see it, but I don't think I'm going to.
I love this movie. I think it's probably up there for like one of my favorite animated movies of all time. It might be one of my favorite superhero movies of all. Like this is just a fun movie from beginning to end. And I didn't think I was gonna like Miles Morales' character at first because really in the comics and stuff, like I just don't care about his character.
Because you're racist.
Honestly, the what?
No, because you're racist.
Because I'm racist.
What everyone would say.
But I just don't. I don't know his characters. I don't really care about like Peter Parker's my Spider-Man.
Sure.
That's just how it's always been for me. But I mean, I like him in this movie, and then I like Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker is freaking hilarious. And then you got Gwen Stacy and Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir, which made me laugh out loud. Nick Cage is just great, and no, I like this movie a lot more than I was expecting. The only thing is that the animation style was a little jarring to me at first. I'm not a huge fan of like the cell shaded look at first. But the more I watched it, the more I got used to it, and by the end, I was really enjoying it.
I think as somebody who went to animation school, no, I like the design of it a lot. like I think definitely it can be jarring, but
Yeah.
it reminds me of Suda 50, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
into it because
Yeah,
it
I can
definitely
see
gives
that. Yeah.
me a no more heroes kind of style, or even a Killer is Dead type style, or
Hmm.
Killer 7. It's definitely not as cell shaded as like anime games can be, but
Yeah.
it definitely has that influence of some sort of kind of blockier slash claymation kind of
Hmm.
rough slash smooth animation at the same time, which is weird to say, but it's what it kind of looks like.
It is weird how that there's a very different moments where it's like, especially when it gets to like just like a landscape shot or something like that, it looks so like smooth and beautiful, and then a character will pop up and it kind of like, I don't know, it looks good, but
Mhm.
it takes a little it took, I would say it probably took about like 25 to 30 minutes for me to get like used to it in the movie, to like see the just like, it's very distinct between like the background and like a character in the foreground. They very much
Right,
pop out.
right. I get that. I get that. I think it looks really cool, though. I think
Yeah.
at some point I will see it, but I don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters. I'm not sure if it's worth the theater time, just because it's. I saw an animated movie last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure if I want to see another one back to back.
Yeah.
Immortal Engines, I was going to see today
Yeah.
after we do this later, but it has a 48%, which doesn't matter to me. Obviously, if I enjoy it, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. But everyone says Spider-Man is great.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Um, and honestly, it was very surprising to me because I hadn't watched any of the trailers or anything at all. I'd seen the one trailer, I think, when it first came out, and I was like, oh, that looks too jarring for me. And then I never checked anything out. So actually, I was fairly surprised by everything that happened in the movie. So no, it was a good little. It was a good little. I would say probably. I think it's a little less than 2 hours or something like that. It's hard for me to
Right.
judge because my movie theater fucked up, and we were staring at a blank screen for like 25 minutes until the movie finally came on.
Nobody got up and went and talked to the staff.
I was about to, and then I was like, well, what if it fucking comes back on? And then I miss like the fucking beginning part of the movie.
Right. No, I gotcha.
Then somebody finally did that, and then literally like 2 minutes after that dude left, the movie popped back on. And I was like, see ya.
Is the guy who plays Miles is the guy from Dope, right?
I think so. It's his name's Shamik Moore, I think, or something like that.
I think that's the kid. I think that's the main actor from Dope, I feel like.
Spider-Man.
And is Gwen Stacy Haley Steinfeld? I feel
Yep.
like
Haley Steinfeld is Gwen Stacy.
Okay. I feel like we talked about her last week too.
I feel like well, because she's in the Bumblebee movie. Don't forget.
Right.
And there
Which
was
comes out
something
next
else,
week.
actually, I think that she was in that we talked about. I feel
True
like it
Grit.
wasn't Bumblebee.
True Grit.
True Grit. Or maybe it was
Yeah.
Bumblebee then, because we talked about True Grit.
Talk about True Grit. Is Bumblebee comes out next week?
Yeah, Bumblebee comes down. I'm super excited for it. It's actually the reviews
Are you going?
it's
Are you
pretty good
going to
and it looks
watch?
good.
Are you going to go to that before you see Aquaman, or Aquaman first?
I don't see, that's the problem, is that Aquaman's also getting decent reviews, but Bumblebee's definitely
from China.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the American news places have released their reviews, and they've been giving them pretty solid. I mean, it's not as solid as Bumblebee. Like Bumblebee is still sitting at like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think Aquaman is like at an 80 or something like that. But
All I know is that in Bumblebee, I saw G1.
Aquaman's at a 70%. So
Okay. Well, I remember I saw the last trailer. I saw Bumblebee however long months ago.
yeah.
I saw like Generation 1 Optimus Prime, and that looked really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm interested.
I saw the, what is it? I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like the little animal transformers that pop out. That's like from the original like animated series.
Right.
I don't even remember what they're called.
I again, I'm not a Transformers person. I don't know. That's clearly before our time.
Yeah.
The only thing that we had growing up was the anime.
I love
version.
That.
The Transformers.
I don't remember. Was it Cybertron?
No, that was one later, like way later. that was like a CG one, but the anime one was like Transformers something. We had Beast Wars for a little bit.
Oh my god, I love the Beast Wars.
Because that's for people who are like probably like 32-ish. That's like that range, you know.
Yeah.
But for people who are our age, Transformers was way too old. Same thing with G.I. Joe. Beast Wars was around when we were really young, and then but ours was the Fox Box anime one.
Oh, Foxbox.
Whatever it's called, whatever that version's called, they would combine into a Megazord or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, something super anime. There's a little boy in there for some reason. I don't know. But
Robots in Disguise? Is that really what it was called? Hold on. I have to figure this out now. I feel like it was, and if it is, I feel like that's a super lazy name. I don't know.
Transformers anime.
Robots in Disguise. No, this isn't it. This isn't the one I remember watching. Also, this looks not like it was in 2001. Oh, this is 2015. I want 2001. No, that doesn't look right either. Mine had I remember the one where it was like a 20-something-year-old kid and like the girl, and they would always go back to the base and do shit. Oh, is this it? Energon? Or is it Armada? I don't know. This is
I guess it's Robots in Disguise, I guess.
Is it Energon, maybe? I think it might be Transformers I remember seeing Transformers Energon because I recognize the kid's suit.
Because Transformers Robots in Disguise, it says it's on Fox Kids and Fox Box.
Yeah.
In April 2000 was when it came out. 2001, September 8th, 2001. Ooh, bad timing.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. And then episode 3 came out 2012. September 12th, 2011. 2001.
Not good timing.
I can't talk, Jesus. Yeah, hopefully there's nothing bad going on in that. But I remember this is the one I grew up with. Was this one?
Was the 2001 one?
Like super anime. And then Armada. I remember watching Armada too.
I watched Armada.
Another
I think
anime
the one that I remember. Armada and Emerson.
Which was just a sequel to that one, but
yeah, because that was all the stuff where that was the big one since the original series where they went back and did the Unicron shit. I guess they hadn't really done it since then or something. I don't know. Transformers is very confusing.
I was too busy watching Metabots, so.
Oh fuck! I remember Metabots.
Metabots and Beyblade and there's another robot.
I was too busy watching that Heart of the Cards Yu-Gi-Oh, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
that classic Fox box.
Metabots is actually a video game, right? And it started out as an RPG, like a mobile RPG on a Game Boy or like Wonder Swan or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I got it when I lived in Japan. I bought it in Japanese, and I was playing it. It was like traditional, like a Final Fantasy type RPG where you don't see your character or anything like that.
Right.
And I was like, I realized that very early on in that game that I can probably play Pokemon in Japanese because I remember I bought Ruby in Japanese before it came out in English. But I was like, I probably can't play a traditional RPG because I have no idea what the fuck any of these text items are saying or what they do. I can see numbers, but I can't tell what the fuck anything means.
Yeah.
But I wish they would bring back Metabots, man. I'm all about Rokushu and Metabee and
I remember Metabee.
Whatever their names are. I remember Metabee was pretty racist.
Yeah. Wait, was he?
He was like if you watch the English dub, he's like a very like black guy, like typical voice, but he's also a beetle, and beetles like watermelons. So he would be like, I swear he would be like, oh man, I want a watermelon, and I was like,
oh my god.
I didn't get it as a kid, but I remember being like, I feel like it was pretty like. I googled Metabots Metabee racist, and the first things from IGN from 2016 saying, was Metabots incredibly racist in quotation marks or in parentheses? Yes, it was.
Oh my god. IGN always coming there with the good gaming journalism.
You watch anything else? Check anything else out this week?
No, I did want to do one quick shout out. Is that this morning and last night I started part 4 of JoJo's.
Okay.
And, I like it. Josuke was a lot more jokey than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was gonna be like a delinquent. Like I thought he was gonna be a hard ass like Jotaro, and he's like, no, he's more like Joseph than Jotaro.
Yeah, he has the visuals of a typical Japanese like manga delinquent character with the pompadour and everything.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, don't mess with my hair. That's like really it.
You said what?
That's really
you feel like you're stupid?
But like, yeah, I think my favorite is definitely Diamonds Unbreakable is my favorite. Part 4 is my favorite, followed by Stardust, and then after that, it's probably. I told you I went to dinner when I told you about it. I think part 5 is great, and so is part 6. And after part 6, I haven't really read much, but yeah, I think the part you're on is my favorite part, honestly. Yeah, because that's before. Again, I told you. I think. Did I tell you about what happens with the world changing? Right.
You told me that like he like blows up the world or something like that, and they do like alternate dimensions and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do like a retcon
or alternate timelines or whatever.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, enjoy it for what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
But for me, I haven't been watching much at all the past week. I'm watching a lot of football because it's coming down to the wire. Yeah, and then I watched a lot of Impractical Jokers.
Oh shit, dude, I love that series.
And then I watched a bunch. What else did I watch? I watched something else. Last week I told you I watched Wreck-It Ralph or Ralph 2.
You watched Break the Internet or whatever?
Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me pull up my Netflix real quick. I remember I watched something. I started watching the new episode of Sabrina came out yesterday. I think.
I still need to watch
the Teenage Witch. The series, my girlfriend and I binged it pretty fast, and it's better than Riverdale because it's made by the same people.
Right.
And we watched the first 2 seasons of Riverdale together, and I had to like hold myself back from killing myself because it's so bad. Riverdale is so bad, and Sabrina is definitely less bad. But I know the season like the holiday special came out yesterday episode, so that's gonna be like the bridge between this season and next season, I guess. But I think it's really fun. I liked it a lot in terms of like it's a teenage soapy opera drama magic supernatural which is it's fun, it's fine, it's better. Again, Riverdale is compared to it.
It's that genre of CW ABC family show of like teenage soap opera stuff,
exactly. But something I did watch. This was not this week. This was a few last week. I didn't mention it. I watched Hostiles. Okay. With Christian Bale. And you know me, I love cowboy stuff. I did not like it, man.
You didn't like it?
No, it reminded me. It was perfectly fine in terms of like I thought. Well, I think the overall plot of the movie was kind of boring, and like to me, it felt kind of like okay, there was no real big stakes here. I didn't really care much for it. The ending was fine, but I think it reminded me a lot of God, what's the other movie with? God, what's the other Western movie where? Is it Christian Bale? Maybe it's not Christian Bale.
The only other Western I know with Christian Bale is 3:10 to Yuma.
It reminds me of 3:10 to Yuma.
Okay.
That movie has Russell Crowe in it, right?
Yeah.
And doesn't Russell Crowe kill Christian Bale in it?
I think so.
It reminds me of that movie for some reason. Because isn't that movie there? Aren't they transporting Russell Crowe?
Yeah. He's like a prisoner, and I think they're trying to get him to the train, the 3:10.
Right. And then Christian Bale is like the cop or the marshal or the soldier, right?
I think so, yeah.
In this movie, Christian Bale is like a not Confederate, fucking Jesus Christ. And, no soldier after the Indian Wars, and he's transporting this war chief to whatever so he can live out his life on some plantation.
Okay.
Not plantation. That's the wrong word. Reservation is the right word. But it just was like it reminded me so much of 3:10 Yuma. Not saying the characters were the same, but they were kind of similar. Okay. So I didn't really look at it. It was like a unique Western film. I was kind of like, okay, I'd rather watch Tombstone or something. But
yeah,
it's on Netflix. And then I started watching, but I didn't finish it. It was the Walt Disney, The Man Behind the Myth documentary on Netflix.
I saw
started watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching it, didn't finish it. I only got like half hour in. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight because I think that's really fascinating. Is like no,
Yeah, I like
I mean
learning about all
it's
that.
a good documentary about people. It's really fun. Like I finished the documentary "They'll Love Me When I'm Dead," which is about fucking Citizen Kane man.
Oh,
What's his name?
um,
Goddamn
oh my
Orson
God,
Welles.
Orson, Jesus.
Yeah, about Orson Welles, and I thought that was a great documentary. It's really was really fascinating. It's on Netflix too.
Yeah.
Was really great. But other than that, that's really all I watched. Besides, my football teams get destroyed. So that's it.
All right.
But we move ahead and go ahead to the next segment. Do you have any
Yeah.
news you want to talk about real quick?
So, big thing. We both talked about our love for Nicolas Cage before, but there's
Yeah,
another man we both hold close to our hearts as well.
Tony
Our boy
Shalhoub.
Keanu Reeves.
You love him.
He's gonna be in Toy Story 4.
I saw
Don't know
that.
when he's gonna
Yeah.
be in Toy Story 4, but he's gonna be in Toy Story 4. I'm excited. I mean, I was already excited for Toy Story. It's Toy Story. I love Toy Story. I love those characters. Um, but our boy's gonna be in it. He's probably not
I
gonna kill
don't
anybody,
know.
but
I don't know how I feel. Like I remember when I saw the teaser trailer for four.
yeah.
I didn't get any sort of like excitement, but also I didn't get excitement for three either.
Honestly, they were bad teaser. Like they didn't really tease. Like the first one was they introduced the new character, which is like a fork with pipe cleaner on it, and I was like, all right,
Right.
I don't care about that. And then the other teaser that they released the same day was the Key and Peele sketch,
Yeah,
basically.
which
And
was
I was like,
funny.
I mean, I like Key and Peele, but like this doesn't get me any more like it doesn't get me more excited than I already was. Like it didn't
I
raise
I
just like
I just don't think I want more Toy Story.
mm.
I saw that they announced their new other one that's coming out with Chris
uh
Pratt,
gosh.
Upward or something
Onwards or
like that.
upwards, something like that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that they had
I
Chris
mean,
Pratt on it, and that's the only name
right.
that stuck out to me.
But I remember just from the font and the title made me think of a video game. I
I could
There's
see,
no pictures or anything, but it just reminded me of like a action RPG or something like that.
I could see that happening.
Actually, no, you know what it reminds me of? What's
Huh?
the movie called? Hold on, pull it up. What's the movie called? Pixar
Uh,
new movie. Because it's Pixar, isn't it?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Onward. It's called Onward.
Okay.
Um, what was Platinum Games Xbox One canceled game called?
Platinum Games.
What was that game called? Scalebound. It was called Scalebound.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So something about I don't remember what Scalebound's logo font was supposed to look like. I don't remember at all. But something about
It's something
the
dragony,
phrase, the,
didn't it? Because it was supposed to be like a dragon. Oh no, it
something
did
like
nothing
that.
dragony.
But something about the name Onward or where the fuck it was. What's it called? Was it called Onward? Right? Is it called Onward?
Yeah, it's called Onward.
Something about that reminds
I'm
me
about
so
to
much.
send you the image for Scalebound. Hold on. Oh shit! Now I can't open the. Okay, I got the chat.
I'll just pull it up. Xbox One. Something about the title of Onward reminds me so much of the term Scalebound. I don't know why. It's literally nothing like each other, but it just reminds me of it. So I feel like this and plus has Chris Pratt in it. This has to have fighting in it.
It's gotta have fighting in it. Yeah.
So, but Keanu Reeves Keanu Reeves in Toy Story 4. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of like video gamey. I guess it reminds me of like I don't know that font reminds me of like Frozen font.
People are saying I saw in comments that it's the Frozen font.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. That looks like the Frozen font, just without icicles hanging off of it. Oh, Tom Holland's gonna be in it. Oh hell yeah. That's my boy. I love Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's in me. Yeah. Well, I'll bounce off of you and something that I care about is that Ryan Johnson.
Oh boy.
Has a new movie coming out.
Okay.
Called Knives Out.
Yes.
Called Knives Out, and the trailer. Well, the release date is November 2019. Is the release date for the movie? And the movie is a detective story starring Daniel Craig.
Which I mean, I love Daniel Craig. I'm down for it.
It has Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, uh, Anna de Armas, who that name is familiar, but I don't remember where.
I can't remember.
But it's Ryan Johnson writing and directing a detective story, which is what got me into his movies in the first place with Brick, which I've talked about a billion times on other things. That Brick's my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. So that's really exciting. But at the same time, I still don't give Ryan Johnson a pass for Last Jedi. So
yeah.
But what else you got?
Hard to give him a pass for something that was that garbage.
We know Luke Skywalker had to milk an animal, so.
I mean, you got to drink the green milk, man. You got to sell those dairy products.
Ridiculous, man.
Okay, so the other thing, I think that this is, I would not put this in the realm of something, well, okay, no, I'll hold off this one. I think we have to save the story I was going to do for last, because this is...
Okay.
The what?
All right, well, I'll go ahead then. I'll go ahead with my other stuff.
Okay, I got a few other things, but do another one.
Hellboy reboot trailer coming out soon.
What? I didn't see that anywhere. What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I got off-screen rant. Hell
yeah.
And it's saying that the movie's coming out in April of 2019, April 26th, I think. April 12th, 2019. Okay. And they're releasing a trailer soon, which makes sense because we're coming soon up on that.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, David Harbour, right? David Harbour.
I think it's Harbour.
Harbour, guy from guy from literally nothing else except for Stranger Things. Even though I know he
was in Equalizer.
He was an Equalizer. He was nobody in Equalizer.
He was a nobody in Equalizer. Yes.
Was he? I feel like he was also in. No, he wasn't in fucking Gone Baby Gone, but he was in Equalizer. Yeah,
he was in
plays the cop in Equalizer.
I feel like he's in another movie like Gone Baby Gone though. No fucking.
Was he a cop in Equalizer?
This says he was in Quantum of Solace. I don't believe it.
Probably some background character.
That movie.
Is he not a cop in? Was he a cop in Equalizer?
Yeah, he was like a corrupt cop.
The corrupt cop, right? Okay.
Yeah, sure. He was like the corrupt cop that worked for the Russian mobster.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, making sure. Right.
Yeah.
He was also in Green Hornet, which sucked.
Yeah.
He was in State of Play, which was sucked.
I don't remember that.
So, but yeah, new trailer coming out for that coming apparently soon. No date on it, but
I mean, he looked dope. We haven't really talked about it since it came out, but he looks fucking dope. I like the way he looks.
Well, the article from Screen Rant says that they're trying to make the movie a little more based on the comic book, like pulling more from Mike Mignola's stuff, which is cool. Even though I really enjoy the Del Toro stuff, it's different in terms of style. So as long as this one has more of a ghost hunting type of thing, like more paranormal.
From what they showed of the movie so far, like the synopsis seemed like it's going to be much more like ghost hunting, supernatural.
Yeah,
she's like a vampire queen, or I think a blood queen makes me think that she's a vampire queen or some shit like that.
But at the same time, I really do enjoy the two Del Toro movies a lot. I think they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they're a really good time.
But my last piece of news, because I only got three. That this week for me was really dead, but these three were what stood out.
Okay.
And maybe you have this one too on your list.
Maybe.
Benicio del Toro. You got him on your list?
Mm-mm.
He is going to voice Swiper the Fox in the live action Dora the Explorer movie.
Oh no!
Here's the thing: Dora the Explorer came out. I googled it in the year 2000.
Came out at the same time as SpongeBob, didn't it? Or was SpongeBob even earlier?
Maybe 99 for SpongeBob, but I never watched SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But so when Dora the Explorer came out, that means that I was 7 years old.
I was in kindergarten when Dora the Explorer came out. No,
Dora the Explorer came out when I was 7. When I was 7 years old. That means that I never watched Dora the Explorer because guess what? I'm not fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I watched Blue's Clues.
Hell yeah.
But
I watched Blue Clues and Bear in the Big Blue House. That's those two I watched.
And I watched The Big Red Dog.
Oh yeah, Clifford.
But I'm reading the synopsis, like the story pitch for this movie.
Uh-huh.
And have you heard the pitch for this movie at all?
I haven't heard the pitch.
All right, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I'm reading the Screen Rant
Oh yeah, pitch the movie.
synopsis of it.
Make me
Here's what
want to watch Dora the Explorer.
here's what it is.
All right.
Isabella Moner stars as the young. This is all from Screen Rant. This is me reading it verbatim, so this is not
Okay.
on me. Isabella Moner stars as the young Dora with Michael Pena portraying her father. Listen, it's been a big year for Michael Pena.
He's had a pretty decent year.
He was good in Ant-Man, which was this year.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was this year.
Right. Okay. He was also fantastic in Narcos.
He was in that other Netflix movie.
Yeah, the alien one.
The alien one. It was like Extinction or something like that.
Yeah. So Michael Pena plays her dad. Eva Longoria is playing her mother, and then I'm gonna skip some stuff. Other people, blah blah. The story follows Dora as she enters high school after a childhood of adventures with her parents. When her parents go missing, Dora, her cousin Diego, and a group of teenage friends must go on new adventures to save them, while also trying to solve a new mystery about a lost Inca civilization. Hey, that's Indiana fucking Jones.
I was going to say, is this bitch trying to be like Indiana Jones, Lara Croft?
That's like Hispanic Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So
okay.
No, I wonder will she turn.
You might have sold me on this.
It sounds kind of cool.
The only thing that will make or break this movie is what Swiper looks like.
Yeah, the article said that it might be some sort of form of combo of mocap / other animation styles or whatever.
I wish they would do like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit and just do a straight up cartoon, just plaster that shit on the fucking screen.
I feel like people don't appreciate that anymore,
Yeah, I miss that shit, dude. I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit, dude. That's one of my favorite movies, and nobody does that kind of shit anymore. I think the last movie to ever do it really was like Space Jam.
Wasn't the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie?
Fuck, I forgot about that movie.
Or what's the one with the Acme movie with Brendan Fraser?
Oh, Looney Tunes Back in
Rocky and Bullwinkle? That was pretty similar, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Nobody watched that though, unfortunately.
I don't remember anything about it. I just remember Brendan Fraser being in it.
I remember they made 2. I remember that.
Yeah. They made 2?
Yeah, they made 2. Both of them have Brendan Fraser.
Jeez, okay.
I think it was like he made those. That was the last movie he made for a while.
Well, what else you got, man?
Okay, so since you brought up the Swiper No Swiping, we have to talk about another anthropomorphized animal that has recently had a poster drop. Sonic the Hedgehog, baby. We're talking about that 90s nostalgia. That's Sega Genesis babies for you. That poster looks fucking ugly.
Which one?
Both of them. The first one where you can't see his face and he has some weird ass legs and some gangly ass arms. And he looks like a mix between like a critter and like a dog. And then the other one that came out where you see his weird ass fucking legs on top of the Golden Gate Bridge.
I saw a post somewhere. I forget what website it was from, but I was talking about the San Diego or San Francisco picture.
Yeah,
and it was like apparently this view is from his dick. Like, because like the way it looks, and then I saw
like it's like at his waist. Yeah.
And I saw like a edited meme of it, and I forget what it was, but it was like a picture of like Sonic's legs and like in front of a different movie or whatever. It was funny, but
yeah,
I know it's what's his name? Schwartz. It's
I don't even know who's playing it.
It's no, the voice of him is it's what's his name from not Office. What's his name from Parks and Rec? Fuck. Schwartz. What's his name? Schwartz something. John Ralphio.
John Ralphio. My God, what's his name?
The improv guy. He's super funny.
Yeah,
he's in. He plays one of the Ducks too in DuckTales.
Does he?
Yeah, he also plays BB-8.
What's his name?
He plays BB-8 too.
Where's he at? No, that's not him. Hold on. I can figure this out. Give me like 5 seconds. I'll figure it out.
I got it. I'll search right now. Ben
All right,
Schwartz.
I got it. It is, Ben Schwartz. All right.
Ben Schwartz, who plays
He's playing Sonic?
Yeah, he plays Sonic.
Huh.
He also plays he was in House of Lies on with Don Cheadle. He plays Duckman. He plays Sonic.
Hold on.
He plays John Ralphio. He plays Leonardo in the new Ninja Turtle movies.
I think there's a third poster.
Is there really?
I think so. Hold on. I'm about to send it to you. If this is real, this thing is fucking ugly.
Is it the one where he's in front of like...
Is this one? This is not...
Oh, no, that's a... So I saw that picture too, and people were like, is that Chris Pratt?
It does look like Chris Pratt.
But yeah, I saw this picture on Instagram.
This...
Yeah.
Hold on. Right? This doesn't even look like the same Sonic from the other pictures. He's got no weird-ass, like, buffed-out legs or nothing like that. Like, this doesn't even look like the same fucking poster.
The comments were saying that this is like a fan poster or something.
I would imagine that this is a fan poster. Although I like the way his eyes look, because you can't have the one eye, because that would look fucking weird. I don't know. His face, honestly, his face doesn't look that bad. It's just the rest of him that looks kind of fucked.
Why would they? I remember seeing the black like the shadow poster.
Yeah.
And I just don't.
I don't understand why they would do a shadow like the shadow. It makes no sense.
It's an ugly poster. The logo is really cool.
Yeah, the logo's kind of cool.
But
awful.
The most important thing of this movie is from the producers of Fast and Furious.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, they know speed, baby. They know it. They know what their audience wants, man.
The director has done absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's great. That gives me great confidence.
Except for he's done voices of Sonic.
Oh, he's a Sonic. Oh, so that's how you know, though. That's how you know. Because
hold on.
So he knows exactly.
I'm lying. I'm looking at a different Sonic movie. Hold on. I'm going back. Hold on.
There's a different Sonic movie? That's bigger news.
Yeah. Like I guess it's an old animated one. Here we go. Jeff Fowler is the director. He has done nothing. Okay. Yeah, okay. Got it. He did animation research for Where the Wild Things Are, and that's all he's done. And he's made 3 short films. The last one was made in 2006.
Oh my god, Jim Carrey's playing Dr. Robotnik?
Really?
Apparently.
And James Marsden plays the duck cop.
So that's not the correct trailer then, because that cop is not James Marsden.
Yeah. This is gonna suck.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna blow. It's gonna blow hard.
But then again, I'm not surprised because every Sonic game ever has sucked since Adventure.
Sonic 2?
So ridiculous, man.
No, I'm not shocked. I just felt like we need to bring that up.
Sure, no, absolutely.
You gotta let people know, man.
What else you got, man?
So I would say probably 3 more quick items of news. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Coming out summer 2019. This is the story where I talked about, because this is being produced by Guillermo del Toro. But it's not directed by Guillermo del Toro. And so I don't know how excited it lowers my excitement to know that he's not like directly involved with it. He's just, I don't know.
Right.
It just, I don't know how to feel about it. I know this other guy, the director of it has done scary stuff before, but I'd rather see Guillermo do it, because this is, especially with Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, like those are the stories that are like right up his wheelhouse.
I don't know what those are. Those are those books or something?
They're like, it was like a kid's collection of books where it's just like scary stories that are like 3 to 5 pages long. There's some actually really
My
scary stories in there.
my buddy had a bunch of these at his house. I remember he was weird for having them.
I would borrow them from the library all the time.
Why?
It was I don't know. I liked reading scary books.
This shit's like the original fucking. Hey,
It's
the
the
art is
original. I would
creepy,
say
dude.
it's the original fuck, what's it called? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
The art is creepy, dude.
Yeah, dude, the art is real creepy.
Why the fuck are these kids' books? What kind of fucking sicko?
I would say more that they're teenage books, but
What kind of fucking asshole would make this? Stephen Gamble, you 75-year-old asshole from fucking Des Moines, Iowa, you piece of shit.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Why the fuck would you? Why would you draw that shit, dude? Ew. Who the fuck? Who made this book? Alvin Schwartz.
I don't even know, dude.
Yeah. Come on, man. This is some R.L. Stein bullshit. Not watching that.
I think it is produced by Earl Stein.
Like I didn't even watch the what's it called? What's the haunting? The haunting on Hill House or whatever.
Oh, The Haunting on Hill House. Yeah, I haven't finished that. I'm on episode 4, and I've been on episode 4 for 2 months. I don't know.
I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just too slow for me. It's just as a TV show, it's just too slow for me. I got to the 4th episode, and it's just dragging on, and I was like, I can't do this with a TV show. You have to invest me more than this.
I just don't watch horror stuff, man. I don't like it.
I don't watch it a lot either, but
what else you got news wise?
Biggest piece of news of the week, man. That Godzilla trailer dropped.
Yeah, I watched that.
Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'm still fucking excited for this movie, man.
Don't get it.
What don't you get?
Here's what I don't get.
Let me explain. Let me try to answer your questions of what you don't get.
Yeah, here's what I don't get. And maybe it's just me being dense.
Okay.
Or thick if you were British. So I watched the trailer, and first off, Millie Bobby James Brown.
I don't care about her at all.
I don't give two fucks about her.
Don't care about her at all.
Don't care. And then the Monarch stuff. Again, I'm not a Godzilla fan. I mean,
the Monarch stuff is new just for this Godzilla thing. As far as I know, this is new stuff.
And I don't care about. I'm not a Godzilla kaiju stuff, but I never grew up watching Godzilla. I've seen the American ones, and that's I watched the last American one, and that was a piece of shit. I still don't know how that got fucking what's his name to be able to make Rogue One. Oh,
Gareth Edwards, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that gave him whatever. I guess it made money, but so I watched this trailer and it looked fine visually. But what I didn't get, and again, maybe I have an idea of what they're trying to say.
Okay.
But tell me if I'm just misreading it or if I'm actually reading it correctly, okay?
Okay.
So this new trailer is saying that all of these monster dudes are the original protectors of the planet or some shit.
I think
Guardians or some
shit.
of
them are. Yeah.
And then someone says we have to unleash them to protect to protect the planet from dying or something is what they said.
I think they have to. I think their plan is to unleash a few of them, to have Godzilla out there so he can fight the ones that are trying to destroy the planet.
Because here's what I thought when I heard it. Because I thought they were all bad guys. I thought every monster was supposed to be bad, right?
Yeah.
But they're oh yeah, they're protectors or guardians or whatever they use in the trailer, and I could be wrong.
Mothra was originally a bad guy in its first movie, but then in all the other subsequent movies that it was in after that, it was basically an ally of Godzilla. So,
but then it said we have to release them to save the planet. I was so is this person trying to release them so that they can just kill all humans because humans are the bad guys?
I don't know.
That's what I thought that's what they were trying to say. I'm okay, that's whatever, fine. But then is Godzilla a good guy?
Technically, Godzilla's a good guy, yeah.
But how did so they're oh, these monsters have been here for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I'm so is Godzilla not from a nuclear bomb? Is that not how he was made?
I think in the Godzilla one that they came out with.
You know what I'm saying? Is he supposed to be an old ass monster, or is he I thought the original Godzilla, like in the Japanese movies, like the original
Oh,
Gojira movie, made from radioactive or some shit.
I think in the original Gojira ones, they did say that he was made from radioactive stuff. I think in the new one, in like the 2014 one, they made it so that he wasn't made from radioactive stuff, but the nuclear bombs was the stuff that like woke him up from his sleep.
All right, I searched how was Godzilla born, and it said one says in the original 1954 and 2014 film, Godzilla is a creature far more ancient than man, awakened by the nuclear age. Okay,
Yeah,
so he was a whatever. Okay, so he's an old ass monster. In the legendary continuity, okay, blah blah blah. So he's just like an egg or some shit.
yeah,
Okay, so in the original film, hydrogen bomb tests are what awakened and enraged the ancient monster. Okay, so he wasn't born from it. He woke up from it. Okay.
yeah. Basically, the nuclear bombs like woke him up from his hibernation.
Um. Okay, so I don't know if I care. I'm going to see it because it looks fine. I just don't know what is Millie Bobby Brown's character supposed to do besides like stand there and die. Like, is she gonna like? So, do you remember? Okay, there was a Godzilla and a cartoon, American cartoon show, and
I do remember this.
It wasn't good, but there was a King Kong cartoon show, and I thought it was better because in the show there was a guy, like a boy, and the boy could like transfer his consciousness to King Kong, and that was kind of cool. Hold on. Cartoon
I did not see that happening in this. I see them trying to do what they do with a lot of monster movies, where for some reason Godzilla sees Millie Bobby Brown and like befriends her or wants to protect her for some like unknown reason, for like some reason that is not explained. For some reason he like befriends and wants to protect Millie Bobby Brown. For a reason that makes no sense.
Jason Jenkins is the orphan son of Dr. Loma and the older brother to Kong. Okay. With his DNA, Lawrence was able to clone Kong after the original died, fall from a skyscraper upon being taken by the planes. He is an archaeology major. I'm just trying to see how come he can like fuse with him. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Whatever. I just don't understand. I mean, I know you're hyped because you really like the last Godzilla movie.
I like the Godzilla part of the last Godzilla movie, and I really liked King Kong a lot.
I like Kong a lot, but I just did not like fucking Godzilla Walk for an Hour movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, this looks better than that. This definitely looks better than that. I just realized too.
For sure better, yeah.
When I was researching like I'm fucking doing a thesis. When I was like looking at who's doing what, Jordan Vogt, the guy who did Skull Island, isn't even doing the next movie.
No, he's not. He's doing he's working on the Metal Gear movie.
Yes, it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
Metal Gear's gonna suck.
I mean, yeah.
Who's playing Snake?
Although he did release those sweet fucking concept art for it.
Who cares? So did fucking what's his name for Alien? Neil Blomkamp.
He was gonna make that movie until fucking Ridley Scott was like, "You ain't taking my franchise," and then made
the movie. It's easy to make art look cool because it's an artist just drawing whatever the fuck they want. But like, he's gonna.
Well, I don't think he even has an actor for Metal Gear yet.
All I know is this: it's not hard to write a Metal Gear movie. You want to know why? Because Hideo Kojima writes fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like if you go right now to Hideo Kojima's Instagram or his Twitter page, his bio will say, "I'm made up of like 90% movies."
Yeah.
That's what he's a movie guy. So Metal Gear is a fucking movie. It legitimately is. It's not hard to take that script or story and make it into a movie.
Yeah.
But it's hard to make it seem like not corny.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant, but no, I didn't know that he wasn't doing. I thought he was doing the King Kong crossover.
No, it's fuck, who is it doing it?
Somebody with no experience, right?
Godzillaverse. I want to say that it's going to make you mad, and it's going to be Gareth Edwards again.
It's not. It's not him.
No, never mind. Wait.
It's someone. It's somebody relevant.
2020.
It's
Adam
fucking what's his name? Yeah, he sucks.
He did the Death Note movie.
He did fucking You're Next.
You're Next, and he did The Guest.
Look, The Guest was perfectly fine. Had really great music.
Yeah.
He
Your
did.
Next was good. I liked Your Next.
I thought Your Next was garbage. I saw that in theaters actually too.
The which one?
I saw that in theaters. You're Next.
Oh, I didn't watch that in theaters.
Look,
I wouldn't have enjoyed that in theaters, but I watched it at home and I thought it was fine.
Blair Witch, I didn't watch. Death Note, I didn't watch. But The Guest was his best movie because it wasn't even really a horror film and it had really cool music and it had Micah Monroe, who, speaking of Micah Monroe, she is in a new movie coming out, I think. She's in a movie coming out. It's called... I don't know what it's called. Never mind, I'm lying. But either way, I remember when I was doing intern work for...
Oh, I found out what it's called.
What?
It might have already come out, though. It's called Tao, where she's like trapped in a house. This is a Netflix movie.
I don't think that's it.
This movie got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I hope it's not it.
I think it's Greta. I saw a picture of it yesterday, which is why I'm talking about it. But I remember when I was interning for some movie website and I was doing like bitch work, and I had to had to transcribe interviews that the editors and them did with actors and stuff, and they interviewed Micah Monroe for, I think it was for The Fifth Wave, I think. Yeah, it's like a YA book. So I sat there for like 3 hours transcribing her, and I felt like there was a connection because I was stuck there for 3 hours going crazy, fucking having to rewind and type everything that this lady said. But then I remember I watched a movie. I remember I watched The Guest and was like, she's not that good at acting. I think she's in It Follows as well, I think, actually.
She is, yeah. I'm pretty sure she plays the main girl. I didn't watch It Follows because I didn't like her acting.
She's not that great. She's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I watched like 30 minutes of It Follows, and I was like, I don't like her character, so I'm out.
It has good music, though.
Yeah, it does have good music.
But you got anything else before we move on?
I kind of wanted to touch on this, but I don't know. We've been going on here for quite a while. I feel like I wanted to bring it up because I knew we could both like just instantly shit on this movie so hard.
Sure.
The Brightburn trailer. Have you seen that trailer?
No. What is it?
James Gunn's new superhero-ish horror movie. This movie is hot fucking garbage.
Really?
It's Superman, but it's basically Ren Son Superman, but instead of landing in Russia, he just becomes a sociopath.
But he's not directing the movie, though. He's just producing.
No, he's not even. Yeah, he's not even directing it's another one of those things where it's like, I'm sick of famous directors just attaching themselves to movies without actually doing. Because I want to see a James Gunn movie. I don't want to see like a whoever the fuck this is.
So it's about a superhero, like a super alien character?
It's basically an alien crash lands into Earth, Superman, and he gets raised by these two farmers who wanted a kid, the Kents. And as he's growing up, his powers start to like become realized, and then he starts killing people. That's
for what reason?
The movie. This is a synopsis if you want to hear it. What if a child from another world crash landed on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero to mankind, he proved to be something far more sinister? With Brightburn, the visionary filmmaker of Guardians of the Galaxy and Slither presents a startling, subversive take on a radical new genre, superhero horror.
It reminds me of the Mark Waid comic book from a couple years back called where the concept was, what if Superman became a villain? And the character, I forget what it's called, but it's Mark Waid, and it wasn't a Marvel or Image comic book. It was different. It was another third-party publisher, but it was like, hey, here's a Superman character. He's good guy, good guy, good guy. Then eventually he just fucking snaps and just goes and goes berserk and starts killing all those superheroes or whatever. And then he there's another comic book which is related to it, which is about the heroes trying irredeemable, right? That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a sequel series or a spin-off series where it's like about like the heroes trying to like fight back or something like that, or survive against the Superman character. Incorruptible is what it's called, or maybe it was villains who had to fight back. I don't remember. I never read it.
Interesting.
Yeah, the series follows former supervillain and his quest to become a superhero. I don't know if they cross over or not. I just remember seeing it a lot when I was really going to the comic book shop every week.
Yeah. Interesting.
But no, I'll have to watch this trailer because it's what it reminds me of. Yeah, like you said, it reminds me of kind of like Red Sun too.
Yeah,
it
reminded me of basically Red Sun, and it's just instead of him landing in Russia and like becoming a part of the Soviet Union, he just decides to become a sociopath for like no real reason. I don't know.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like the whole point is like it's in the trailer, it's not like his parents do anything to like bully him or like turn him evil. He's just born evil. I don't know.
Right.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I saw it and I instantly was like, this looks like a piece of shit to me. And I was talking to a coworker who I've been seeing a lot of movies with. He was like, I'm down for it. And I was like, I don't understand how you're down for this. This movie sounds like it's fucking piece of shit. But
I'm sure it's whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I know everybody creamed in their jeans when they saw that James Gunn was doing it. So I don't know.
You know, and speaking of James Gunn, this is irrelevant to the current conversation about the movie, but about talking about James Gunn and him being fired.
Yeah.
From Guardians of the Galaxy a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that happened, and everyone was so shocked at his tweets and stuff.
Yeah.
I was so unsure of why people were so surprised because I remember I posted, this is when I still had Facebook, and I posted a clip of one of his movies that he made a long time ago, one of his Troma movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Tromeo and Juliet. And I remember posting a clip of it, and I was like, are you surprised? Like, what did Disney think? Like, the guy used to make, like, the most garbage movies.
Yeah.
Like, Troma movies are garbage in their shock value for shock value, and Tromeo and Juliet is a garbage ass movie just with like it's not much surprise. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You think he's gonna have a clean slate? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So seeing this movie, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it makes sense. I get it. I'm not that surprised.
Yeah.
So we've been going for about an hour and some change.
We have.
Do you want to knock out Bad Boys? Or
we can knock out Bad Boys real quick.
Okay, let's knock out Bad Boys. So every week we do a movie. Generally, we watch a movie, talk about it, review it, kind of chit chat about it. Nothing super in depth, nothing super serious. Kind of just talk about it.
No.
And going off last week's action film choice, we decided to kind of stay in the same lane, and we watched the 1995 Michael Bay hit movie Bad Boys.
Classic Michael Bay.
With Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
And
also,
it's
first time I popped this in, Martin Lawrence is super fucking skinny in this movie.
Yeah.
He is a boy in this movie.
Prime time, early Will Smith acting career.
Is this like right after or like during Fresh Prince? I feel like it's right after Fresh Prince.
Definitely during Fresh Prince.
It's during it? Okay.
Yeah, because it ended in 96. This was 95. So maybe coming up soon. And this is right before Independence Day, right?
Yeah. This was like
right before Men in Black.
Blockbuster movie, right?
I think it has to be. But then it's also Michael Bay's first movie.
Yeah.
Let's go pull it up. Yeah, his
first movie?
He did Bad Boys. A year after that, he did Independence Day. A year after that, he did Men in Black. A year after that, he did Enemy of the State. A year after that, he did Wild Wild West. A year after that, he did something that I'd never seen. A year after that, he did Ali. So this is like the beginning of like the Will Smith like just bangers.
Yeah.
Just every year, the fucking crushing movie.
Yeah.
But this is Michael Bay's first movie.
I can't
That
believe this
he's
is Michael Bay's first movie. That's so crazy to me.
that he directed. Maybe he worked in and I think he did effects, didn't he?
It looks like he just did a bunch of video shorts before this came out.
Yeah, I feel like he did a bunch of effects too, but I could be wrong. But either way, this
Maybe,
is his
yeah.
first film, and it's I've seen Bad Boys a couple times,
Yeah.
and I remember watching it. The first time I've seen it was when I was young, way younger.
Yeah.
And watching it now after probably however long, 10 years or however long,
Hmm.
I definitely think Bad Boys 2 is the better Bad Boys.
I would agree.
Um, I
I would.
think this movie has a lot of growing pains for Michael Bay. Because the following year he did The Rock, and The
Yeah.
Rock is an infinitely better movie, I think. And
Yeah.
you can see so many of the same things coming that The Rock has that
Yeah.
he clearly was doing in Bad Boys,
Hmm.
but he made them better in The Rock in terms of just like shot choice and how his typical fast cutting,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But this movie, I'm not sure how you feel about it, but the color grading was really bugged me in this movie.
I was watching it with my roommate, and like we started the first of the movie together, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is the movie where like the entire movie is like color graded orange.
Yeah, and it's so ugly, and
Yeah, it's
you
so
know,
strange looking, especially like yeah, that first like 5 minute shot of the intro to like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence's
yeah,
character is such an ugly looking color. I don't know. I
it's
just
and between the orange and then you combine with like the fog,
yeah,
all the fog of like Miami, whatever, like they're going for that fog. It just looks so bad. And
yeah,
then throughout the rest of the movie, the color still, even though they take the orange away, still,
yeah.
it's just not good color. And I'm not sure how you felt, but this is how I felt after rewatching it.
Okay.
Man, Michael, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in this movie, not good actors.
They're not. I think Will Smith is all right, but Martin Lawrence definitely has some growing. I think, especially Bad Boys 2. I think one of the reasons that Bad Boys 2 works so well is because it's so long in between that both of them have like had time to like grow as actors. Because I feel like this Bad Boys, I feel like was very early in like both of their careers, like movie wise, and you can
Well,
definitely tell. Like even Will Smith, I mean, like he does a good performance, but it's still super freaking rough.
it was hard for me to get through this movie. It was really hard because even the action isn't that well shot. The gunshots aren't that great. There's just trigger pulls and things falling down.
Yeah.
The lead actress, who is I forget her name.
She's from
It's
Jurassic Park 3. That's the only thing I know about her.
Tia Leone.
Yeah.
Tia.
I remember her from Jurassic Park 3. That's all I can remember. She played the mom.
Yeah, I've never seen her anything else. She was very whatever
She was
in this
very
film.
beautiful.
But I remember a while back, a long time ago, or actually maybe it was, I saw it twice on two different occasions. But I remember in particular, Jamie Foxx did an interview with, I forget who he was talking. Maybe it was The Rock. He did a series on YouTube where he
Mhm.
talked to his friends or whatever, and it might have been The Rock. But he was talking about how when he got cast in Collateral, he went for the interview or the audition,
Mhm.
and they were like, he was being all loud and stuff, right? Because he's like used to being on TV,
Yeah.
and Tom Cruise was like, "Hey, you don't need to do that, man. Like it's where this is a film. You can be subtle." And forgive me if it's not Jamie Foxx. I'm pretty sure it's Jamie Foxx, but it could be someone else.
Yeah.
But there's like how there's differences between stage acting and film acting and TV acting versus film acting.
Right.
So to me, I was watching this movie going, Martin Lawrence, who was coming off the Martin Lawrence TV show, Martin or whatever, and then obviously Will Smith and Fresh Prince. I'm
Yeah.
like, they're acting like it's a TV show. Like they're like being super duper loud, and they're trying to get these comedic bits and they're pushing it. Whereas like, it's a movie, you have to be more subtle about what's going on, it's less crazy about stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it going, this is not that, it's not that great. Like they're not acting great, they're acting kind of poorly.
Yeah.
Even if it's their first, well, at least some of their first big films, it's not like it's even I give it a pass because it's an action movie, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not no Steven Seagal isn't out there crushing it, and under seizure or anything, but at the same time, it's kind of like I expected more from Will Smith, and I didn't realize how bad he was in this at this time. Because you flash forward 4 years and Wild Wild West, and even though that movie is so stupid, he's delivering the lines so much better.
Yeah.
Like the whole scene in this movie where he's like he's pretending to talk to Martin Lawrence's wife on the phone at the police station.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to like talk about, oh, what are you wearing? I'll be home at this time, whatever. And that whole scene, it's like a wide shot into one like super close tight back to a wide shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this scene?
Yeah.
Like you can even the beginning of the movie, I'm like, why is this scene happening?
Yeah.
Like this whole scene, like
I still was struggling to figure out why the intro, like I don't understand why that first 5 minutes of the movie is there.
Yeah, it serves up. Does it show me that they're bad boys?
Like an introduction to their characters, but like it doesn't really tell you anything about their characters. They're kind of goofy cops, and they somehow end up like getting the jump on the bad guys. Is like all I get from that. Because really, they didn't really do much. They just argued the entire time, and then when they were distracted, they like hit them and pulled their guns on them. I don't know. Didn't seem like any of like cleverness or anything like that.
The best part of the film is their boss.
I love their boss so much.
What says here? I'm seeing here that apparently Michael Bay didn't like the script and would tell Smith and Lawrence to, improv a lot. Which
I hate when directors do that.
That works in like such few things, like even like
improv.
Joe, what's his name? Joe, the director. Joe, he did Drinking Buddies, and he did Joe Swanberg. There's a lot of like Anna Kendrick. He did a movie with Anna Kendrick. Fucking Nick from Spider-Man and all that shit. What's his name? He plays Peter Parker in Spider-Verse. What's his name?
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson's in the movie with Anna Kendrick and like Olivia Wilde, and he all his movies are just people just improving. Right. And you watch it and you go, I can tell. Like it's not it's not really good,
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least. But you watch Bad Boys, and you're just like, man, it's dated.
Yeah.
And which is fine. Action movies are dated. It's perfectly fine. But if the color doesn't hit you, the fucking acting does. And it's just so bland and forgettable, in my opinion. And I'm watching it like, just like, please just get to the next point of the scene, because there's so much fluff in this movie. Like there's so many. I get it, that's Michael Bay's style. I'm fine with that because The Rock has a lot of stuff like that too. But I feel like if you watch The Rock now, it still holds up really well because one, he has Nicolas Cage in it, and then two, he has Sean Connery in it. Yeah. And a lot of the scenes are, at least to me, make sense and are relevant, or are cool, or at least cool. Whereas this movie, like the gun scenes just aren't entertaining.
The only one that entertained me was the one where they're in the gas station.
Right.
And the gas clerk like pulls the gun on them, and then they have that I feel like he has that shot in both the Bad Boys movies where it's like it almost looks like a 3D shot where it's like a forced perspective of like the guns. It always looks like a really cool shot to me, but like there's no point to it being there. It's just a cool looking shot, but
yeah. And then I'm not sure about you, but the humor to me didn't really make me laugh at all.
No, I mean, I just think Bad Boys 2 is just a better movie. I think Bad Boys 2 gets rid of all the stuff that doesn't work in this movie. Plus, you have experienced movie actors in Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, as they've both been doing movies for a while, so they're both a lot better. And I don't know, Bad Boys 2 is just a better movie.
And watch me watch Bad Boys 2 and watch me go, this movie fucking sucks.
I don't know, dude. I've watched Bad Boys 2 recently, and I still really like it.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2. And then they're coming out with Bad Boys 3.
Bad Boys 3, yeah. I probably won't watch it.
I probably won't watch it in the theater. I don't know. I don't know. come out again. It's not next year. It's like I feel like it's 2020.
Yeah, but do you have any? I kind of rambled there, but do you have any? How do you feel about the movie after watching it again?
I mean, I still like it. I don't think it wasn't a slog necessarily. I think there are definitely points where it dips a little bit. Anything with like Taya Leone's character, where it was like her and Martin Lawrence, I was like, can we please just move on to the next thing? Like, I get it. I like the aspect of like them having to switch characters, but I think that's for me of like knowing both of them for so long. But if I'd watched it back in 1995, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that big of a thing because I don't think anybody really knows. Even then, like people knew them from TV, but people didn't really know them enough to be like, oh, I can't wait to see like Will Smith or Martin Lawrence pretend to be Will Smith, even though he doesn't really. I don't know. It's very weird. Like the execution is flawed.
I see it and I'm like, this reminds me of a really shitty version of Lethal Weapon. Like Martin Lawrence is like a really crappy version of Murtaugh, and then Will Smith's a really crappy version of Riggs, and it's like, oh, Will Smith's character has a bunch of dead bodies on his hands, blah blah blah. He's not afraid of dead bodies, and Martin Lawrence's character is afraid of dead bodies, and man. I'm like, man, this is like a bad version of Miami Vice and a bad version of Lethal Weapon. Like, just fucking like pick one.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know I was not trying to be those things, but it was tough for me to get through this movie, dude. And I'm probably never gonna watch it again after this.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 is such, I think, has such more memorable moments too. Even if the film itself, again, I haven't watched Bad Boys 2 in a while either. Even Bad Boys 2 doesn't hold up to what it was in 2003 when it came out. At least still has moments that you go, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I mean, the entire last like 30 minutes of Bad. Is it 30 minutes? I feel like it's 30 minutes. It takes a long ass time. That final entire like Cuba invasion scene in Bad Boys 2 is like fucking incredible.
Also, the Bad Boys is 2 hours long.
Yeah.
That's infinitely too long for a movie about gun shooting cops in Miami.
Yeah. But Bad Boys 2 I feel like is longer.
Let's see.
I feel like Bad Boys 2 is like almost
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Bad Boys 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too long.
It feels longer. But it's still entertaining.
Like it should really be like Bad Boys 1 should really be 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about last week that was a perfect time for a lot of action films. And maybe if they crunch down this film from 120 minutes to 90 minutes, because there's a lot of things in this movie that don't need to be there. Like, all the scenes of him talking about his wife and the sex stuff doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well,
like,
there was no he like goes home to like because he thinks Will Smith is fucking his wife. I don't know.
It was very pointless. Like,
yeah.
And they say that Will Smith says we've been partners for 6 years, but we've been friends our entire lives.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that was a part of the story? Like,
yeah.
You're saying that in passing as though that we should care.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the improv, it's bad. If that's the script, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I don't get it. And people like this movie a lot, and that's perfectly fine. And I get it. Nostalgia is a fucking bitch, man. But like, it ain't Rambo. It's not.
No, it's definitely not a Rambo.
And it's not Demolition Man, and it's not. Man. So, but that's kind of what.
For sure.
It's not Time Cop. So, yeah. But if to wrap up our thoughts on Bad Boys.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to will you ever watch this movie again? What's on the scale?
I feel like Bad Boys for me is a very milquetoast 3. I don't think it's unwatchable like you think it is, but I would pick other stuff over it to watch for sure. Like if I had a list of like 5 movies and it was like that and like, I mean, just Bad Boys 2 being on the list would be like, I'd rather watch Bad Boys 2.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a good measure for it. If you prefer the sequel to the original's probably not that good.
Yeah, but, and I think my opinion on it is I will pick any other movie that has guns in it.
Yeah.
I think that's my opinion. And I
Okay.
love Will Smith. I would rather watch any other Will Smith movie besides this.
Even Wild Wild West?
I love Wild Wild West, man.
I like the spider. I liked that when I was a kid.
Yeah, so cool, dude. What's how the song go?
I don't
How's it go? Desperado, you don't want nada. But it is, something like that. Jim West, Desperado,
Yeah.
something like that. I thought the guy's bike was cool in that movie.
Yeah.
The train was cool.
Gadgets.
Yeah, the train was cool, and then the guy in the wheelchair was a cool villain, and fucking
Yeah.
you
I don't
know,
know if you give that movie so much shit.
Will Smith had sex in a water tower, and the water tower broke, and then it fell into like a saloon or some shit. Like that was cool, man.
Water tower into a hot tub, or was it already hot water?
Yeah, something like that. And then he had like have his hat cover his dick and balls. Like it was cool, man. It's a fun movie, dude.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. And was that lady? Who's the lady? Is that Salma Hayek?
I think it is Salma Hayek. Yeah.
Hey, good. It's a fun movie, dude. I mean, it's not. I mean, to me, there's a point where I think every Will Smith movie had to have a song sung by Will Smith.
I mean, he wasn't just making them, so he's like, if I'm gonna make them, they have to be attached to a movie.
Because obviously, I'm in the camp of that Wild Wild West by Will Smith is a better song than Men in Black by Will Smith.
I like the Men in Black song.
I forget how it goes.
It's a Men in Black.
What's the verse though? Yeah, but how's the lyrics go?
Oh, I don't remember the rap. I just remember the verse.
Jay, you don't want nada, which is the lyrics to Wild Wild West.
You don't want nada.
Men in Black rap lyrics. Okay, hold on. Pull up genius.com. We're gonna see this real quick.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Verse 1. The good guys dressed in black, remember that. Just in case we ever face to face, make contact. The title held by me, MIB. Means what you think you saw, you did not see. So don't blink, be what they're now gone. Black suit with this song sucks. Wild Wild West.
Okay, let's see these Wild Wild West
lyrics. Wiki Wild, Wiki Wild. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want none of this. Six gun in this, brother running this. Already done, already better than the Men in Black song in the first 4 bars. Buffalo Soldier, look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when you meet Jim West. Come on. That's so much better already. Clearly, by 1999 or whenever that movie came out, he's also a better rapper too. So, but guys, that's the end of the Take a Stubs podcast Redux for this week. Next week we'll be back with more news, more movie talk, another movie. Zach, do you have an idea of what movie you want to do at all?
I feel like I had an idea. I feel like I want us to do the Bumblebee movie.
Okay.
I kind of want to do the Bumblebee movie.
But that comes out next week, correct? Like next
Thursday, the 21st.
Okay. Well, if you want to do it, I'm down because I want to see it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, but I have one caveat to that we have to agree on if we're going to do Bumblebee.
Okay, what's the caveat?
If I'm going to pay, because I have to go with 2 people, obviously, so I have to go with my girlfriend. So if I'm going to go, I'm going to buy a large popcorn.
Right.
And pay the $30 to go, which I'm fine with. You and me have to make a pact right now.
Okay.
To watch every single Transformers movie before we see Bumblebee.
Fuck. All right.
Because I have never seen number 5.
I can't even remember.
There are Transformers 1, Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Right.
Fallen Kingdom.
Hold on. Transformers.
Last Night.
Films. We got Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon. Extinction, The Last Night.
Fallen Kingdom.
5. We have to watch 5 movies in a week.
5 movies in a week. Because I've only seen Dark on the Moon, and I have no context for what happened.
I've seen all of them except for the last night, actually.
Well,
Not
okay,
in
you
theater,
have to.
but my brothers love them, so they would always be on in the house because they love these movies.
Well, okay, here's the thing. You don't actually have to watch all of them, but I'm probably going to.
I'll probably rewatch at least the first one. I'll probably watch the one I haven't seen, although I've heard this is the worst one.
Right.
The last night one. I want to watch Age of Extinction again because I like the Dinobots. I think the Dinobots are cool. I like the Grimlock. I like the giant robot T-Rex. I think that's dope. So I'll probably watch that one again. Although it's got our boy Marky Mark in it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I do
All
love
right.
Marky Mark. I don't know.
Cool. Well, let's settle on Bumblebee then. We'll both go see
Bumblebee
it.
it is.
We'll come back next week with our review of Bumblebee,
Yes.
the Transformers movie.
Yes.
Haley Steinfeld, and then John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get that in, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
See y'all next
week. Bad Boy sucks.
Bad Boys is milquetoast. It's all right.
Yeah, that's not good. So.